Ladies and gentlemen, this story just came out on the 26th of 2023. Grandmaster Jay made another court appearance for his sentencing. So he did get the final sentence. And I'm going to go ahead and play this video for you, and then I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
Militia leader sentenced to a year in prison for pointing a rifle at police officers during protests over Breonna Taylor's death. John Johnson, who goes by Grandmaster Jay, entered an Alford plea just a short time ago in Jefferson Circuit Court. That means he maintains his innocence, but acknowledges that prosecutors had enough evidence for a conviction. Johnson is already serving just over 7 years in prison after he was found guilty on federal charges for the same crime. Happened in 2020 during protests at Jefferson Square Park in downtown Louisville. The one-year sentence will be served at the same time.
Okay, y'all, so you saw the video. So Grandmaster Jay was sentenced for pointing a rifle at officers during a Breonna Taylor protest. So again, this came out on January 26, 2023. John Johnson, a militia leader who goes by the name Grandmaster Jay, was sentenced Thursday in Jefferson Circuit Court to 1 year in prison for pointing a rifle at 5 police officers during the Breonna Taylor protest in 2020. Now, he was already given 7 years and 2 month sentence in prison after this was the federal court that he was in back in May of 2020 found him guilty of 1 count of assaulting, resisting, and impeding, and 1 count of brandishing a firearm in relations to a crime of violence for the same crime. All right. So this sentence is in addition to his 7 years and 2 months. But as you heard, he'll be serving the 1 year sentence that he just received at the same time. So on Thursday, John Johnson, 59, appeared in state court by teleconference and entered an Alford plea of 5 counts of wanton endangerment, meaning he maintained his innocence but acknowledged that the prosecutors had enough evidence for a conviction, as you heard on the video. All right, so you heard that on the video. So Johnson told Judge Annie O'Connell that he agreed the possibility is very high based on the evidence that a guilty finding would be returned by jury. So the prosecution recommended a 1 year sentence for each wanton endangerment charge to be served at the same time. So that time will also run concurrently with the federal prison sentence. We agreed it's in his best interest to do this, said his attorney, David Lambertus, who represented Johnson. Y'all, they really screwed him over. They really, I mean, I really think for what happened, and I did see the still shots of him pointing the rifle and everything, but 7 years and 2 months for that? You got so much more serious crimes than what happened here, but that's my opinion. So we agreed. So I read that part. So the incident took place while various groups were protesting at Jefferson Square Park in downtown Louisville in September 2020. The Kentucky Derby was scheduled to run, and those groups said they were demonstrating because they felt the race should not be taking place when no criminal charges had yet been filed in connection with the death of Taylor. Yeah, I mean, everything is quite different now in the Breonna Taylor situation. Now you got cops because the feds are coming down on them Now they're admitting that the entire um, Breonna Taylor incident was fabricated by a police. He lied to get that entire thing against Breonna Taylor going. And you got Kelly Goodlett, one of the detectives. She is ratting on all of those officers that lied on Breonna Taylor and said they had no evidence that there was any kind of drugs going on at all. So they made the whole thing up. And that's a shame. This woman lost her life because some cop made up some drug story about her and her ex-boyfriend. That's really messed up. But that's what happened. I mean, if these cops did not lie, look at how many lives got impacted by their lives. You got Breonna Taylor, who's dead, and her family grieving over her. You have Kenneth Walker, who they tried to get on attempted murder charges, thanks to Judge Olu Stevens. He's not sitting in jail right now. His life got completely turned upside down. And then if these cops did not lie, there wouldn't have been no need for people to go and demonstrate at all, which means Grandmaster Jay wouldn't even be sitting in jail right now. All of this over some cop lying and fabricating some drug kingpin and all this stuff. This is just ridiculous. Just one cop and a bunch of cops that went along with it disrupted so many lives. Oh boy. At the time, LMPD officers at the scene received a radio transmission stating that a group of 6 to 8 heavily armed individuals were parked on Armory Place near a parking garage, according to court documents. Two federal officers and three LMPD officers then went to the top of the nearby Jefferson County grand jury building to watch the group. But they were blinded by a flashlight when they leaned over the roof. This is according to the affidavit. Prosecutors said the flashlight was attached to a barrel of a rifle Johnson was pointing at the officers. And so that's what they got him on. That's what they got him on. So I don't know if there's going to be any future appeals on this. There could be. You never know. But this is really the last bit of a story pretty recently that came out about Grandmaster Jay. So it looks like he's going to remain behind bars at this particular time. Not unless something changed. He is in there. Y'all, please tell me what you think about this recent update on his 1 year sentence. And this is on top of the 7 years 2 month sentence that he got a few months ago. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.